Hello and welcome to or back to Cuppy's Crochet, where today we're going to be making these little Swiffer pads. And I know a lot of people, they're like, I'd rather make one with the ones that poke into the thing, but this just wraps all the way around. And I've thought about it, and you can actually double this into something else. Because, yeah, I like being able to use things more than for one thing, and I know I'm out of breath. I've been trying to get everything situated, so here's what I'm gonna try to do. If you'll take it on one hand, just fold it in half and wrap this around the other one. And I haven't tried this yet, but there you go. Haha, cool. It will work. Now it's not gonna cover your whole hand, but you can use it to scrub other things as well. I thought about using it for a completely different thing, but it's not big enough for that. I thought about making it one of those things where you can wrap around your hand, like a car wash thing, but obviously you can't. And I'm sitting on the floor here, so I'm going to have to figure out how to drop my camera down, because my chair broke at the craft fair. Thankfully, no one got injured when it did, because my husband was sitting on it at the time. So anyway, to begin, we're going to need a size H or 5.0 millimeter hook, a yarn needle for sewing it in at the end, and I got this yesterday from Hobby Lobby because everything was on sale. It's a little row counter, and I need to reset it, but you just do this and it counts your rows off, which I love. And to reset it, you just spin a little thing on the side. Oops, that one didn't want to do. But I like this better than the one that I had. I never used it. I always used, like on my previous videos, I always used a pen and piece of paper to write 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go across for 5. But I like this. Let's just hope that me and my clumsy self doesn't accidentally break it. And this is the one that I goofed earlier whenever I was trying to make up a good pattern for it, and it wasn't the right size, so I'm just using that to start off so I can get through this quick and easy. And what you're going to do here is you're going to take your yarn and pull and pull. That should be enough. So I have no idea how much yarn, just a really long tail. I probably won't use the whole thing, but I'd rather use too much than too little. And here we're going to start our slip knot. And I know there's a lot of clickety clackety on the table between my rings and my watch and my fingernails, so but I'm trying. I know I haven't been on here in a long time. I haven't done anything, but I've been going through a lot of personal stuff, so there you go. So let's begin with a chain of, if I can remember now, 64. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I know me how I will lose count, so that's 10, and 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2 is for 20, and I'm going to go off camera and chain up my 66 chains. If I said 64, I apologize. We're going to chain 66, and I will be right back. Okay, so I've got my 66 chains, and we're going to yarn over and half double crochet into the 1, 2, 3rd stitch on here. Let me make sure that's right. Not in, yeah. Skip 1, 2, 3. And yarn over, go in through your first chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through all 3 loops. So that's 1, and half double into the next one, 2, and we are going to continue this pattern all the way down for a total of 64 half double crochets. And I have already reset my little counter back down to 00. I love that thing. And I will meet you back at the end of round 1. Alright, now I'm on my very last half double crochet. Now I'm going to chain 2 and turn your work. Now that is row 1. Sorry, I know my lighting is way off today, but this was so quick I didn't feel like pulling everything out. So that's row 1. Row 2, we're going to yarn over and crochet into that first half double crochet. Going in, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. Half double crochet into the next, and to each one after that, or a total of 64 half double crochets. And if your extremely long tail is getting in the way, you can just grab it up. And you don't have to do this long tail. I'll just do it because, well, it'll make sense shortly. You can just grab this up and find something to pin it up here if you want to, or if you're not into it, don't. Anyway, once you get to 15 rows, I'll show you what to do next. And I will be right back once I finish my 15 rows of half double crochets. Alrighty, and now I am on my very last stitch on one that I had previously made, because I knew on the other one that I was starting on I wouldn't have enough yarn. So last half double crochet, and now yarn. I'm going to pull again a long piece of yarn, and of course it's getting all tangled up on the inside of that, and cut, because that's the one material I forgot. You're also going to need scissors, but I think that's a given. I'm going to have to untangle that later. I've been working on this ball of yarn for a while. You know, these big baby cakes. Yeah. Well, I'm not enthused about the thin yarn, so I had to use it up on something. So, pull your long piece of yarn all the way through. Where's the end? Finally! Yay! Now we're going to turn this over. You're going to have one string at the bottom, one string at the top, and count over 30 half double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm a minute counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 20 for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 30. Sorry if I messed you up on your counting. Now you're going to take this long string, make sure you're not getting tangled, fold the end to that 30 row count. Going in on this side with your yarn needle through both. Yeah, this is why I changed my thready thingy, because if my yarn comes out, it's just easier to stick through that big hole. I love these kind of needles better than the thin ones. And sew that through. And I'm trying here, it's hard to do everything on camera like this. So in through one side, out through the other. And you can do this in different ways. You can sew it up this way and then come back down, or I'm just going to show you another way of doing it. This is why I get the really long tail, so I don't have to cut so many strands of yarn and worry about it coming undone or whatever. So now I'm going to go back up on this side and pick a place to go through there. There we go. I know I tell you guys all the time I hate sewing, and I really do. But what's even worse than that is if you cut a long piece of yarn to sew this, and then another piece of yarn for this side, and then here, and I'd rather just have 2 strands. So, and I'm going to come back and do this, but to make, this is just one way. Like I said, you can keep going and then sew back up. Or you can, okay, well you got that done, I'll come back and do this. And then in the middle you're going to have 4. Remember, because we did 64 half doubles. So once you get to the middle, just go 1, 2, 3, and it will go through there, 4. And pull it all the way through. And see, now you don't have to count 30 down on this side. You just fold that right in half. Trying not to get tangled here. And I'm going to go in through this side and into that very first double crochet on the end. I mean, it doesn't matter, you're going to be doing floors with it, so as long as you get it about right, it does not have to be perfect. I mean, it's not like you're wearing it or loving on it like a little lovey or something. And in and out, and in and out. And since I did mine this way, I'm just going to go in and out this way, and then back down this way, and then down here on the bottom I'm going to do basically the same thing, but since I've got the top done and the bottom done, then it pretty much evens up. And I may or may not have 4. I'm going to try for 4, but if you want to, you can count, because, you know, but this is just to do floors with, so again, not going to be perfect, but your end result is going to look like this. And you can tell mine's not perfect because I got a little bubble here and I got that there, but it doesn't matter. But once you get done, you take your Swiffer and stick it in this side. Mine's not wanting to work because of the position I'm in. Take this side and go over that, and there you go. and it works like a charm. I love using these on my hardwood floors, especially after I get done mopping, because I'm not using this to mop, okay? I've got a mop for that, but just for light dusting after I mop, you know, it's good at taking the dust off. And with 2 adults living here, it's just my husband and myself, our floors tend to get dusty, and I take that back. We also have another little baby, and if I can get this off, there we go. I'm going to cover you up. I don't want everything seen. And we also have the birdie bird. That's Kitty. Yes, we have a bird named Kitty. So she likes getting feathers, and she'll throw bird seed around, you know. So it works very well for that. And I'm going back in here because I can. Yeah. And but anyway, I hope you enjoyed my little tutorial, because I know a lot of people locally have been asking me to make these for them, because they are lovely. They do work, and I definitely thank you for joining me today. I know it's been a while. Hopefully my next video won't be as long, but we'll see. So thank you for joining me today. Like, subscribe, and ring my little bell for any future uploads, so you'll be notified of each and every upload. And have a wonderful morning, noon, or night. Thanks for watching. Bye.